YouTube, welcome back to Fit Friday with Naked by Akiri. I'm so glad you guys could join me today. So let's get into it for these Fit Friday tips. Last week I had someone suggest that we get into talking about abs. So we're gonna do that today, abs and counting macronutrients. All right, so abs. The first thing I want people to know about abs or the stomach area, I mentioned this before, but you cannot spot reduce, meaning you cannot just lose your stomach. It is not impossible. It's not possible, I'm sorry. When your body fat percentage is lower, your abs, your stomach area will begin to reduce as your body fat percentage gets lower. All right, so it is a gradual thing. In most cases, the abdomen area is to last to see results. You know, you'll see your legs or your arms getting smaller, even your breast or your hips. But in most cases, depending on your shape, the stomach is the last thing to leave. Now, I said previously that I'm not a fan of working abs. And that's because I believe that your abs are already there. This is just my personal opinion about abs. Your abs are already there. They're super strong. They hold up your entire top portion of your body. You don't have to do sit-ups and weighted ab exercises to get abs. They're already there. They're just covered by a layer of fat. And one of the reasons why I don't recommend people doing abs when they first start their fitness journey is because doing abs will make you think that you're gaining weight. I'm sorry about that. My camera cut off for some reason. It did that last time, so I apologize. I was talking about abs making you think that you're not losing any weight. What happens when you do abs in the beginning part of your weight loss journey, you start to build muscle underneath the fat. So if this is your muscle and on top of it, this is your fat, your abs are getting stronger and they start to push the fat out. So it looks as if you're actually gaining weight instead of losing weight. When you build muscle underneath the layer of fat, it starts to protrude and bulge and look as if you're getting bigger. So that's one of the reasons why I don't recommend doing abs in the beginning stages of your weight loss or fitness journey, because that's disheartening to me. That happens to me all the time because it's like your whole body gets swollen, and that's when BCAAs come in at too. So we'll talk about that, supplements maybe next week. So that's why I don't recommend doing abs. And like I always say, abs are made in the kitchen. So it's really about diet. Sometimes it's going to be trial and error because everybody's body does not respond the same way as everyone else's. Like your body may not respond the way my body does. I'm actually a very difficult cut. My core, my stomach is the first thing that leaves whenever I lose weight, and my thighs are the last. So people say you're lucky, but I don't think so. So, you know, we all have our little things that we struggle with when we're going on the weight loss journey. Typically, if you're a woman, your breasts are the first things to go because it's all fat. And in some cases, women's bottoms, because it's pretty much all fat, unless you build it. I hope all of this I said about the abs makes sense. So now we're going on to calculating macros. I'm going to tell you that it's very important to calculate your macros. When you go into calculating your macros, you want to calculate them on your goal weight, not what you currently weigh, but your goal weight. Let me dial it back a little bit because I'm assuming everyone knows what macronutrients are. When I am saying macros, I am referring to macronutrients. Everything that you eat has macro and micronutrients. Macronutrients will be proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and fiber. That would be your macronutrients. It's better for you to calculate macronutrients versus calculating calories because all calories are not created equal. One person came to me one time and was like, I ate a hush puppy. It was only 100 calories. Well, yeah, you're right. It's only 100 calories, but a small apple is 100 calories. What would you prefer to eat for 100 calories? they don't respond in the body the same way. A hush puppy is all fat and carbohydrates over here. And then an apple over here is great carbohydrates, complex carbs, you know, and fiber. And your body digests it faster over here than you would a hush puppy full of fat and simple carbs, you know. So remember that when you are calculating calories. But all right, like I said, you want to calculate your macronutrients. You want to calculate how much protein you're getting. Again, with protein, as a general rule, you should be getting 1 ounce of protein per pound of body weight. Your goal body weight, that is. And the same thing with your water intake. You should be getting 1 ounce of water per pound of your goal weight. Most people say start off with a gallon of water a day so you can lose that water weight. We talked about that previously too. Water is a natural diuretic. So going back to macronutrients, you want to research if you're on like the keto or a low carb diet, or just you want an all around balanced diet. You want to research how it would affect your body type. And then you want to calculate your carbs, how many carbs you should get every day, how many proteins you should get every day, and fiber you should get every day, and also fat. One day I can do a calculation so you guys will know what it looks like. That way you can weigh your food accordingly. You can be mindful of hitting your protein goals accordingly. I hope this all makes sense. One of the reasons why I want you to calculate your macronutrients according to your goal body weight is because if you are trying to lose weight, that deficit has already been created. If you're trying to gain weight, that surplus has already been created. So remember, when you start doing your calculations, calculate it for your goal weight. And once you go ahead and figure out how many carbohydrates, proteins, the amounts for the day that you need, you should go ahead and divide that by the number of times you're going to eat. So if you're going to eat 5 times a day, you divide your carbs, your proteins, your fats by 5, and then that's what you should be hitting in each meal. All right, does that make sense? Same thing with gaining weight. You'll divide that by how many number of meals you're going to have, and then that will be your macros for every meal that you eat. And when I say meal, anything that you put in your mouth is a meal. That there's no snacks, you know what I mean? Everything is a meal. And you want to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. You should never go more. Okay, so that's the deal with the micronutrients. Again, you should never go more than 3 hours without putting something into your mouth, so without having a meal. All right, so micronutrients and abs, we discussed that. So next week, leave me a comment in the comment section about what you want to discuss next week for Fit Friday, or do you want me to take you to the gym with me for Fit Friday, or meal prep with me. Maybe we can do meal prep Sunday or something like that. So as far as fitness is concerned, let me know what you guys would like to see. And if you made it to the end of the video and you like my personality and my content, just go ahead and subscribe and hit like for the video and turn that notification bell on so you'll always be notified when I post a new video. All right, you all have a great weekend. Get that protein in and stay hydrated. Even though it's winter time, let's stay hydrated. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.